In this vlog, we are going to deal with the implementation of IDFA, that is identifier for advertisers. So in our previous part of the tutorial, we have done with the iOS app configuration for apps flyer in Flutter, and I hope you have gone through that particular tutorial. If not, this is the link for the tutorial. I suggest you to please watch this particular tutorial and get started with the current tutorial, as you will get a good knowledge on what we are dealing in this part of the tutorial. You might have heard ATT, and if you are an iOS developer, for sure you will be aware of it. ATT stands for App Tracking Transparency, a feature introduced in Apple in iOS from version 14.5. And here this particular ATT requires you to ask user for the permission before tracking their activity across other apps and websites. For example, you are creating an application or you are creating a website, then you need to ask a proper permission from the user who is visiting your application or website, and then you need to track them in terms of analytics or ads, whatever it might be. Okay, so we need to initiate this particular ATT thing even for apps flyer, as we are dealing with the apps flyer in the current series. And in our previous tutorial, we have done with IDFA. Here we have implemented IDFA and added a test device in apps flyer. And in this part of the tutorial, I will also try to show you how you can fetch the IDFA from the user in the Flutter application. So now let's get started with this particular tutorial. And also, these are the previous two tutorials where we have dealt the introduction to apps flyer and also the Android app configuration, and I hope you found them earlier. If not, the links for the tutorial I am providing in the description section below, and I suggest you to watch them as well, because a Flutter app is a combination of both Android and iOS for mobile platform. Let's get started with this particular tutorial. So the first thing what I would like to make first is we'll try to create a method to request, and this particular method will work asynchronously. So I am making this one async here. Final status equal to await app tracking. Okay, here we'll be making use of a third party library here, and now quickly let's try to add the third party library as well and get started using it. So go ahead to the terminal. Here I'm going to add flutter pub add app tracking transparency here. So yes, the dependency is now added. Let's try to go to pubspec.yaml here and try to verify. Yes, it's now added here. Okay, now let's get back to the main.dart file here. So app transparency, yes, now we are able to access the dependency as well. Dot tracking authorization status. So now we are trying to track the authorization status, because if the user already granted the status, then we will get the granted status. If the user has just installed the application, then by default the status will not be granted. So we need to request for the grant of permission here. So based on the status here, if status double equal to tracking status not determined, that means the status is not found here, then you need to await and app tracking transparency dot request tracking authorization. Okay, and it's that simple. And once you got the status approved, I mean once the user grants you the permission, then we need to make use of that particular permission and fetch the IDFA. So get IDFA, and this particular method, again we are going to create this particular method and try to get the IDFA. So here we need to create a method. It is using the existing IDFA method by default, so we need to create a separate method IDFA. Again, this one is an asynchronous method, so async final status, just as we did for the tracking status, equal to await app tracking transparency dot tracking authorization status. And why we are doing this again here, because you can make the status like a global variable and make use of it, but here as a part of example I'm trying to show you step by step, because you need to first verify, you need to know the status first of the ATT, and based on the status only you need to fetch the IDFA. So if status double equal to tracking status dot authorized, so previously we have checked not determined, and now we are checking authorized because we have given the permission and then we are calling this particular method. I hope you got this particular logic. Just make the code according to your requirement. I hope this is not there is no confusion in this. If you have not called this not determined, then you need to call not determined here, and then after getting the permission, instead of get IDFA, you can do this particular coding. So final IDFA equal to await again app tracking transparency dot get advertising identifier. Simply you can just print this particular IDFA here, and here you have this particular if block, right? Then add an appropriate else block as well. Print tracking not authorized, and also you can append the existing status as well. So inside itself you can do status, and that's it. Here also you can just append the code here, just add a dollar symbol IDFA, so this would look good, and that's it. Now instead of IDFV here, we will run the request ATT, and I'll quickly try to open the iOS simulator here. So this particular IDFA I am trying to show you in a simulator, but I suggest you to try this in a real-time device, and the value which you get finally, just go through our previous tutorial and how we created a test device in AppsFlyer, especially for our iOS iPhone. Then you just follow the same steps, and instead of IDFV you can add IDFA over there and register your test device. And just let me know in the comment section below if you are able to add your test device appropriately and you are able to generate this particular IDFA without any confusion. And if you are having any queries, and if you are still having any queries, I am ready to help you. So please just let me know in the comment section below. And if you have successfully implemented also, just let me know in the comment section below. And also if there are any other ways of dealing with this particular ATT, by default also we will sometimes get the ATT, but I am not sure the process for getting it by default. So just let me know in the comment section below. And a build is done, and we can expect it to fetch our ID. Okay, now we have got a prompt. So allow Flutter Apps Flyer. So Flutter Apps Flyer is our app name, to track your activity across other companies, apps and websites. Okay, so I hope this is clear for you. And ask app not to track. If you add this, if you select this particular option, I know you won't be able to track this. And now I'm clicking allow, and here you can see the IDFA. As we are using simulator, and for the simulator This is the default value for IDFA, and we got this. And in your real-time device, I'm sure you will get the exact IDFA value. And just let me know in the comment section below. Don't add your IDFA value there. Did you got the IDFA or not? Just let me know. So I hope this is very much clear for you, and going forward we'll try to track the analytics and also the deep linking using AppsFlyer in our Flutter application. And the code for this particular tutorial I'll be providing in the description section below. If you like this tutorial, do like, share and subscribe to our channel for more interesting content on Flutter.